Ladies and gentlemen, I was very pleasantly not surprised that my children have decided to name their giant first son after my father, Zichrono Livracha. I realize that outside of Williamsburg or Monroe, the name Yoel is not that stylish these days. Nonetheless, b'di'evet, one may rely on the Bach, Yoel Circus. First, before anything else, I wish to thank Abram and Judy Weinberger for allowing us to invade their house. We have expanded from a one-bedroom on the ground floor to taking over the entire house and only allowing Judy enough room to cook Shabbos for my clan. So thank you very much. I am very proud of the fact that my son-in-law is a Ben Torah. I would call him a Talmid Chacham, but that embarrasses him, so I'll only whisper it. It does not bother me that he, as well as my other children, know more than I do. As you know, a person may envy others except his own children. So I leave the Devar Torah to him. I do wish to say a few words about the great-grandfather for which this Ben Bris is named. My father, Zichrono Livracha, was born in Topshin Nun Vav, 1896, in a small village in Galicia. The world he knew then changed radically in his lifetime. There were no radios, cars, planes, excuse the expression, television, videos, faxes. For that matter, they didn't even have simple computers. Nor did the telephone reach Star Java, the village he was born in. When my brother-in-law Manny invited my parents to a barbecue, my father, Zichrono Livracha, remarked that he remembered the joy of being able to cook indoors on a regular stove. So now, with the fancy houses in America, they cook outdoors on the cold, like the old times. In my father's lifetime, there were 2 world wars and a Holocaust, in which the great part of the Jewish people were exterminated and the remainder uprooted and profoundly changed. We forget, however, that prior to the First World War, winds of change had already begun blowing in the Jewish streets. The Haskalah, the Enlightenment, Zionism, the ideas propounded by Karl Marx, those of socialism and social justice, were spreading rapidly in Galicia and elsewhere. The favorable reception these ideas received among the Jewish youth was due in no small measure to the fact that they addressed real needs for change affecting the Jewish community and in the Jewish community. They also echoed basic Jewish concepts found in the Tanakh. My father, Zichrono Livracha, told me that his father read Gretz's History of the Jewish People and cried in reading the episodes of the exile and persecution of the Jewish people. That there were ills in the Jewish community itself is glossed over today as we idealize Jewish communal life prior to the Holocaust. However, the very rise of Hasidism, the Musa movement, the Mizrahi, Beis Yaakov, and Hirsch's neo-orthodoxy indicates changes were necessary. The idea of a Jewish homeland, a return to Eretz Yisrael, are notions that spring out of the daily tefillah. Similarly, the ideas of universal social justice are based on the visions of the prophets Yechezkel, Yeshayahu, Amos, and Yoel. My father, Zichrono Livracha, knew many prakim of Yeshayahu and Amos by heart. And although influenced by many of the ideas just mentioned, his attachment to Yahadus and Shmirat Mitzvos Yom Yom allowed him to channel these feelings in positive ways, without abandoning the ritualistic side of Yahadus, and emphasized in teaching midos, honesty, truthfulness, humility, and concern for others. The Yiddish writer Shai Tenenbaum, in his autobiography Eof in Lemberg, describes my father, whom he met every week at the printer in Antwerp, as a stille, bescheidene Mensch. Olamam shel Chazal, which took him 10 years to compile, be able to learn much from this sefer about Chazal and about the great-grandfather he's named after. I cannot begin to imagine the profound changes that will take place in the lifetime of this Yoel if he, please God, will live at least as long as his great-grandfather. He will be around in the last decade of the 21st century. Hopefully Mashiach will have come, whatever form, but surely the changes will be profound. No doubt McDonald will be black kosher by then. To withstand the winds of change, one needs deep roots, as it says in the Talmud. This Yoel has such deep roots. In learning and piety from the Kabbalkin side and from the Fus Wiener side. Just as a small sapling tree, when first planted, needs 2 sticks to which it is tied, one on each side, in order to grow straight, so too, the small child needs 2 parents to whom he is tied for support. This Yoel has such parents, devout and learned, who will raise him to Torah and Yiras Shamayim. And he has 2 older sisters who will see to it that his parents don't spoil it. Most of the immediate family of Yoel Kabbalkin are in Israel now, including his great-grandparents, other grandparents, uncles and aunts. They miss the bris, but due to modern technology, they will see it on the video. But I was lucky being in the right place at the right time, so I benefited. May the Almighty grant us all the privilege to attend Me'etz Hashem, his Bar Mitzvah in Yerushalayim Yer HaKodesh, with Beis Mashiach Tzidkenu, and remember, you all have an invitation to the Bar Mitzvah.